All right. So, what have you been playing, Jared?
Nothing too new right now. I've been playing Overwatch for the anniversary event.
Mm-hmm.
Been trying to get some skins. I've been pretty successful so far.
What pulled?
I got Tracer, Symmetra, and Hanzo anniversary skins.
Ooh.
What?
Yeah,
Nice.
I got Hanzo the other day. I may have purchased 24 boxes.
See, my first couple loot boxes, I got Lucio and Pharah.
I really like the dancing emotes.
Oh yeah,
They're pretty good.
Yeah, though they're super good.
Yeah.
I watched the video on Facebook where it's just showing all of them dancing. It's great.
Oh really?
Mm-hmm.
I'll have to check that out. I've only seen the ones that I've pulled. But yeah, I've been playing that. It's still very frustrating to me, the game in general, but except when I win, then it's fun.
Yeah.
but what about that Winston dance?
Oh, I did get.
Winston's is pretty sweet.
I think I got the Winston dance.
Winston's
That was
is
pretty
cool.
funny. But yeah, I'm playing. I never really played competitive before. I don't think I've ever gotten through the full 10 placements, and season 5 just started. So I think I'm one game away from being placed. Probably placed awfully. I think I've won 3 and lost 6.
never gonna play competitive again.
It's rough.
I used to. You guys remember when I used to play competitive, where I'm just like holed up in my room for hours and hours on end, and it's just like it just took too much out of me.
Thought
It
I
was
lost my
way too
best
stressful.
friend.
Hello, darkness.
Yeah, and then besides that, still haven't beaten Prey yet. I'm still playing through that. I'll elaborate a little bit more because I think last time I talked about it, it was just like an hour or two into the game. I really like it. Once I realized that I was playing the game wrong for the first couple hours, I was like just so focused at going from like point to point and like just kill the enemies and go. And then I realized like I think I found like one secret passage kind of, and I was just like, all right, hold on. There's like a lot more exploration I can be doing after I realized that. So then I went back like pretty much all the way to the beginning of the game and then ran through everything again, and I found so many more places that I didn't realize I could go. So
More bathrooms with more mimics.
more bathrooms with mimics, and yeah. Yeah, so I just kind of went through and literally I just spent hours just exploring the area, and that's so much fun. It's so fulfilling, and you just find all sorts of crazy stuff, lots of dead bodies, and
I love when I go out exploring and I find all these dead bodies
In the bathrooms.
some in the bathrooms. Yeah. But yeah, I mean it. Like the area is really set up like BioShock, where it's not open world, but you can traverse like the areas. And yeah, that's what I enjoy. To be honest, I would love the game if there weren't any enemies, and I literally just walked around exploring and kind of finding all these clues and figuring out what happened on this space station and what happened to all these people. You know what I mean? It's awesome. I think the combat takes away from all that goodness in the game, and I think it's just kind of wonky a little bit.
Yeah. When we were doing the Let's Play, I could definitely tell.
Yeah, I mean, when they give you a wrench to try to hit enemies that like pretty much appear front and behind you and just kind of go back and forth super quick, it's kind of frustrating. And you don't want to waste like shotgun blasts on these little things, but like they can kill you. The goo. That's awful. I hate that gun.
Yeah.
The only thing it's good for is like building bridges. You can you can like build stuff and like help get up to places, but
So it's Minecraft.
kind of. But yeah, so I think they could do a better job. They could have done a much better job. Like I feel like they're like, oh, this is a first person game, we got to make it a first person shooter. I don't think they necessarily had to go that route. And like it's not about like not being like challenged. Like, you know, I want it to be, you know, I don't want it to be just easy walk through kind of thing, but it's just kind of frustrating. And I'm at the point now where I have most of the weapons, and I still really only use the shotgun because it doesn't take up much to craft the ammo, and it seems to have the best damage and best effects. I've just been upgrading my shotgun and just pretty much using that to kill most of the enemies. So, but yeah, I'm enjoying it. I'm still not super far in the game. I think I'm at the point where I'm about to get like, I think you get some powers So I think that'll change the combat and the gameplay a little bit. So once I hit that, I guess we'll see. But yeah, overall, like I don't like it. I'd still give it a good review. Like I still like it a lot. It's cool and interesting and it's different. So I'm enjoying it.
That's good. Yeah.
What have you been playing, Scotty?
I over the past couple weeks, I played the Arms Test Punch, which I know we've talked about. When we saw the Arms trailer, we're just like, "Oh my god, what is this garbage?"
Yeah.
I was like, "This looks awful."
Sold
like,
me on the
what are
Switch.
Yeah. And it's just like, oh, is this gonna be just a dumb, stupid fighting game where you use the motion controls and you gotta go ooh and twist your arms and stuff?
You really got me. Ooh.
Yeah. Well, you do kind of do that,
Okay.
but it's not as dumb as I thought it'd be.
Oh, did you actually play with the motion controls?
Yeah, I played with. That's the way I wanted to play at first. I was playing with Kenny. I first tried out with the motion controls, and it's just kind of like your Wii boxing. Is definitely a lot better of an experience when you're playing it in the controller mode, or if you're playing with the Pro Controller itself. As a fighting game, it's not bad. I actually enjoyed playing it. It's really cool. The mechanics they give you, you choose your character. Each character has a set of arms.
I like the character models.
Yeah, the character models are really
They're
good.
really nice.
Yeah. They give you a set of arms. You can obviously unlock more as you go, but each character has their own set.
Interchanging arms.
Interchanging arms. So you have one arm be like a weird like twister wind thing. You can have one arm that's just on fire.
Ooh.
One arm that shoots lasers. One arm that's just a shield. It's super cool.
So you can do like one on one and one on the other, and you can kind of mix and match.
Yep, you can
Oh,
mix
that's
and match,
cool.
and then you can even see like if you're going up against. You can see your opponent. You can see what character they're using, so you can choose arms before the fight to decide how you want to counterplay them. So there's actually more than I thought there was gonna be to this game, and I'm actually excited to see where it goes. Yeah, just like I can see this. Definitely be a really hit game for Nintendo. Like that's surprising for me to say because when I saw the trailer, I was like, "Poh, garbage."
Yeah. So
Is it a day one purchase for you now?
I don't know about day one. I think I'm still gonna even after playing the test punch. I think I might wait. I might wait a week just to see how the reviews go and to see if it's definitely worth it to buy it. Yeah, but that's just me in general with fighting games.
So now, when you obviously played split screen, did you find yourself standing up playing it, or was it a pain in the butt to split screen that game, or did it feel right?
Well, there's the way you can do split screen is kind of weird. The game, maybe it's just the demo, but you had to play online.
Oh, you had to play
Yeah,
online?
you had to
Okay,
play
so you
online.
didn't get a chance to play. Okay.
So no, but you can split screen. So when you're split screen, you're usually doing 2-on-2, and both your characters are tethered together to your teammate. And if one person gets hit or is going to the other direction, you start to get pulled along with them.
Okay.
So it's kind of weird. It's not bad. I don't mind playing split screen games at all.
Okay.
It was definitely really interesting. There's this game mode also in there that you just play volleyball.
Oh,
So
really?
there's a ball. It's basically a bomb. It gets dropped in the center. You got to hit it onto the, obviously just like volleyball. You hit it to the other opposing team side. If you do like a weird like double punch thing, the ball just starts to spin in midair, and if you can tap it at the right angle, you can spike it down onto your opponent. It's super cool and super infuriating when you're playing it with motion controls.
Okay, so that settles that then.
Yeah, from what I heard, like the motion control thing can be fun if you're like playing with your friends and just to do it. But like if you're actually trying to play competitively, like it's gonna put you at a disadvantage rather than using a controller.
100%. Unless you're like just like some like maniac who's just really good at doing like the twist punches. Because I tried doing them and they are so hard to pull off. Like I'm just like pushing out the controller like this, and then like swinging my arm. Maybe I'm just not doing the right motion, but like you can see just like a slight curve, and then like my opponents are just going whoop. I was like, that's
What?
garbage.
They're using the Pro controller.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, but arms was surprisingly fun. I'm excited to see where it goes with that.
Yeah, that's in 2 weeks, right? Yeah, I think 2 weeks.
Yeah, it comes out real soon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Another game I've been playing, Ultra Street Fighter 2 on the Switch.
Wasn't that $50?
I think it was,
It was 40.
no, it's
It was
$40
40.
game.
It was a
Yeah.
limited run though on physical copies though.
It's Street Fighter 2. That's basically it. They had this one really gimmicky mode where they get you into the current Street Fighter engine, and you have to use the Joy-Cons, and you do the motions for like the Hadouken and then the Shoryuken, and it's just like, oh my god, this is so dumb. So it's first person. Yeah.
Really?
It's first person. They throw out like enemies at you, and you just go Hadouken, Hadouken, Shoryuken. And it's just like, and I'm just playing this, and I look over at Kenny. He's like, "This is so dumb." And he's like, "Yeah, I didn't even
Played in VR.
Played in the car. Yeah,
VR.
Yeah. Oh,
I played in the car too. Yeah.
yeah. It's like play in the car. It's like, what are you doing back there? Stop it, Hadouken. Yeah, Hadouken. Yeah, but it legitimately is just Street Fighter. I did run into this issue when I was playing with Kenny. There's frame drops,
Ooh.
like heavy frame drops. Like this is a very old game. You're not adding too much into it. They have classic mode, which looks exactly like how Street Fighter Ultra Street Fighter 2 used to look like, and then they have an updated mode where it's just a lot smoother textures and things like that. But like the frame drop issues, there should be no excuse why this isn't fully optimized on the Switch. Like, I can't think of a reason why there would be frame drops at all.
Yeah, you don't really want to do that in a fighting game.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like, so someone shoots a Hadouken at you, and then you jump over it, and like you start to see some lag. I was like, that's not right. Like that's unacceptable.
Yeah. Wow.
It's too powerful of a game. Can't handle it.
Yeah, yeah. It just works the Switch too hard.
Yeah, it's Evil Ryu.
Speaking-
didn't it add Evil Ryu and something Ken?
I think it's Vicious Ken.
Vicious Ken. Ooh, watch out.
Yeah.
Speaking of frame rate drops, I don't know if you guys heard that when Prey dropped on playing it on PS4 Pro came with a lot of issues, especially with like controller lag and stuff like that. So apparently they came out with a patch that fixed all that stuff, but now there's like tons of frame rate issues. Like people are saying like it's the worst that they've ever seen on like this generation of consoles for like a finished game.
Really?
It's like supposed to be bad, like up and
Yikes.
down like crazy. I'm just like,
That's not good.
and I think it's only on the PS4 Pro. It's not on the regular PS4.
Yeah, I read that.
Okay, I was about to say, just like the game's been out for how long now? Has it been like a month now?
A month almost.
Yeah,
Yeah,
when's it-
and they're just coming out with a patch. Like that's the thing. If like I understand, like if you have a date you have to release the game by, but having the patch come out a month later, just like Mass Effect, like with all the textures and like the crazy eyes like staring into your
Googly
soul.
eyes.
Yeah, it's just like how like don't you have the resources to like release the game that's not all bugged out? Like,
Yeah.
like some of these things are game breaking. Like people stop playing games because of these things.
Yeah.
Like I stopped playing games because of these things. Like I'm not gonna play a game that I'm just like twitching everywhere and like frame drops like every other minute.
Yeah.
Like it would drive me nuts. I'd
Oh, yeah.
throw my PlayStation out the window.
And then you're going to go find that union with those Smash players.
Yes. I'm gonna start a union because
I'm gonna start a union for frame rate drops.
let's go on change.org and make a petition. How about that?
Oh, yeah, okay. That
Yeah.
works.
That makes more sense.
All right, Melissa, what games have you been playing?
Well, I've been playing Friday the 13th. Let me just tell you. It's not a great game, but I love playing it. It's entertaining, it's fun. I recently I've been playing on Xbox. There hasn't been a patch out for it yet, but recently, a couple days ago, they released the first patch for it. It fixed almost everything I wanted to be fixed. I just played a little bit more today, but like I said, the game's not the greatest, but I love it.
What were some of the problems that you wanted fixed?
Well, first problem was going into drawers and stuff as a counselor. There was one time I was playing with one of my buddies, and he opened a drawer, and he got stuck in that animation. He could not move.
Oh.
So he's stuck holding a drawer open.
So you used him as bait, right?
Yeah. Well, I turned the corner because I wasn't in the house with him. It was one of my other friends, and so he was in there. He was running around like causing commotion because if you move, Jason can see you. Mm-hmm. So Jason runs up and looks in the window, and he's like, "Why isn't this guy running? And why is this guy? The other player's running around in circles." He's like hitting him with a bat, trying to get him off, and so Jason goes in there, and my other buddy runs away, and Mike's just sitting there with the drawer open, like looking, still skirmishing through things. Yeah. So Jason grabs him and then kills him, and that's it. And then another issue that I had is if we all like to meet up in the middle of one house sometimes, and if Jason comes in the house, we like to jump out the window because we usually lock the doors. So we'll jump out the window. One person will jump out the window, and you're in a panic. You're like, oh, he's right behind me. I got to jump out too. So I'll jump out the window, and I'll get stuck in the window. I cannot move.
Really?
It was just buggy, and
yeah, that's why this patch that came out fixed all of that. We got moving hair now for the females.
Ooh. How do the controls feel better? Because I know that was one thing.
It does feel like a different game. They updated the lighting. It's got warmer lighting, so it's not as dark anymore. You know how we would play and Jason would grab you, or I'd be playing and you would be Jason. You'd grab me. I'd get out of the grab. Like I get out so fast. They fixed that. So if you hammer the A button, for instance, because we're playing on Xbox, you hammer the A button, you're not. It's gonna take a while. But yeah, it's fun. They have a random mode now, so you can do a random map. You don't have to just click yourself, so you don't know what you're playing. It was all over the place. It was the beta version on the Xbox.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, the game's not the greatest, but I love playing it. I'm having a really good time with it. I'm actually, after this, I'm gonna go play a little bit more.
What's funny? It's when I first heard of it coming out, like I just had that thought, just like, oh, this is not gonna be good. I watched like a gameplay once, a week ago, and it didn't really impress me. Then I caught myself just watching another stream, and it got to the point where it's just like, this feels like a horror movie. And I'm just like seeing these players run by. It's like, oh no, don't go through that door. And it's like you're gonna get caught, and just simulating that type of emotion. Mm-hmm. It seems kind of cool.
And another thing too with the game is there's proxy. It's a proxy mic. So say we're playing, and I'm in one cabin, and you're all the way on the other side of the map. Mm-hmm. I can't talk to you unless you find your walkie-talkie, or I find it, and then you meet up. Usually when we start the game and I'm the counselor, I'm actually having more fun being the counselor than Jason, because I like looking for that stuff. But I'm usually like, okay, is anyone around me? You got you pretty much almost have to whisper, because you don't have to, but it feels like you have to whisper.
The first time I play, like, people are whispering, like, why are we whispering? Like, he's either close enough to hear you or he can't hear you. Like, yeah, whispering's not gonna help.
It just it felt like I was like almost there. That's why I was whispering.
Unless they have a really good proximity mic, and how it works, like the louder you talk, like the easier it is for Jason to hear you. Then or like the wider your circle expands, like because when you like make movements, it goes like blinks or whatever.
Yeah. And then I mean the music in the game, like when he's around you, you hear that, the classic right? Mm-hmm. That's so loud. If you're next to somebody, you can't hear them. So you have to talk louder. Mm-hmm. And then if you're wearing a headset, the only way you can hear them through your headset is they have to have a walkie-talkie. Mm-hmm. If not, you're hearing them through your TV or your speaker setup, whatever you have. So that's another issue. It's not an issue, but it's another reason why, hey, you got to talk louder. You can't really whisper. But yeah, I'm having fun with the game. I'm excited to play later.
Yeah, I think it's the right kind of game for that kind of that franchise, like making Friday the 13th into a game. I think it's the right choice. Like you said, Scotty, like when you're in there, like your heart's pounding. Like
Yeah, it legit feels like I'm just watching a horror movie, and like I'm just like looking at the screen. It's like, don't go in that house.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
the camera angle's not great, and I think that's
They
on
actually
purpose.
they fixed that.
they
That's another
changed
thing.
the
They
camera
they
angle?
changed more. They backing the camera up a little bit, but when you panic a lot, your screen goes black. It goes really black.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So yeah, like you're constantly like spinning the camera around, looking in all directions, like, and you're like almost always like crouch down so you don't make noise, and you move so slow and so frustrating, but you don't want to stand up because it's just gonna draw him in. So I just remember the one game I was playing where like the music started getting like louder, and I knew he was getting close, and I literally jumped in. I jumped in a cabinet and hid in a cabinet, and he comes in and just starts destroying the walls for no reason.
Yeah.
But like, and you can hold your breath. So I'm literally like, he's getting like, it's only for a certain period of time, obviously, and then you start going like, then you're make this super exaggerated like,
Oh
like,
my god!
And then you see Jason just turn around.
so yeah, so you want to like time it at the right time so you don't just start like blurting out like this like super loud noise next to him.
Well,
so
so can you like hold your breath for like a short spurt and then go?
no, pretty much
it
as
makes
soon
the
as you
same-
let go, it's gonna make that noise like super loud no matter how long ago it
God.
is. So
So
there
you
was-
might as well just
he-
hold it for the longest time possible then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but he was in that house for like ever, and there was like 3 different times I let go and he didn't hear me, and
Yeah.
I'm like, or he didn't know where I was, and then he just ended up leaving the house, and I was just like, oh my god. Like, but yeah, like they got like the licensing for all the music and the licensing, like a lot of the scenes that you see in the movie are like remade in the game, so it's cool to like see that, and they paid a lot of attention to the details and how they made all the cabins and everything like that. So the maps are pretty decent size. So
Yeah, the map I saw was really big.
yeah, so you're like, oh, I could probably walk around. He's probably really far away, but he can also teleport across the map. So like, I
Another
don't.
thing, too, yeah. I mean, they got to give him something, but the teleporting thing's cool. I like using the stalk mode because if you have stalk on and you're walking up to this cabin, there's people in there. They don't hear that panic music, so like they're like, "Oh, he's not."
Oh,
here.
really?
And then
it
he
goes,
yeah, and then you open the door and they're like, "Oh shit, he's in here right now with us." I didn't hear the music, and they're all like frantic, like running around, like.
Have you seen him in water?
Yeah,
Oh
I
my
actually,
God.
I
haven't.
have the part 7 Jason, so he's really fast under the water. So like there was a time where, when I played today, we were just messing around. So my buddy went to swim, so I let him go as far as he could. So Mappy is swimming, and then all of a sudden, I get in the water. I'm like, and and he's like, oh, and I
Really?
freaking
Yeah.
take his head and like dunk it in the water.
Apparently the aquatic kills are awesome.
Yeah, there's one you can rip him out of the boat.
Yeah, it's just like, so this is you going in the boat. This is Jason swimming in the water.
Yeah, he's like-
it's like a torpedo.
It's faster than the boat.
Yeah, it's just like, oh
No,
my-
he's faster. If you have the Jason in the water, he's like gone. Like if you have the right Jason, like
Yeah.
he's gone.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's fun. It's
to
intense
try
because
that
if
out.
you're in the boat and he's coming up on you, you're like, you got to make a decision. Like, oh, do I go to land or do I jump out? Like, what happens? So
Yeah, I'm just sitting there just pulling my hair. It's like, oh my god.
yeah, it's really fun. And it's such a small studio that made it. It was a crowd-funded game, and if once they've worked their quirks out, I think it's going to be fun again. I'm still having a good time, even with the first product I had. So
Yeah, I think I'm gonna wait till it goes on sale on Steam. It looks like it's fun. I don't want to pay the $40 to buy it right now though. So I'll just wait it out.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
okay.
So, the next game I've been playing actually came out on Friday. Is Tekken 7.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh!
We've been playing that all weekend.
My gosh! Yes, we have. I can't tell you how many controllers I almost broke.
My controllers.
Yeah, your
You almost
controllers.
broke.
Yeah. Mine are at home right now, nice and clean. But no, that's another game. Having a really good time with it. Enjoying it. I just love coming over. Like we had it Friday, we played it Saturday, and we were just coming in talking trash. I'd see you online. I'm like, yeah, this kid's training already before I even get in there. Like, can't even get there. And I come over, you're like whooping my ass, and I'm just like, okay.
You got me a couple times.
I'm gonna bring out martial law. So yeah, and then another cool thing with that is the customization. Doing a lot of that. Scotty made a couple characters. I got short shorts on from martial law every time I have to play him. I have to use them.
Yeah, I made the character creator. It just gives you a selection of things, different hair. You can once you purchase the like anything that you can customize. You can change the color on it. You can buy hair. You can buy head accessories. You can buy tops, bottoms, and just other random things. You can change your hit marker. So like when you hit someone, like there's like a small explosion. You can change the color on that, or that gives you a different explosion design, which is really cool. And for Nick, I made martial law, and I put him in yellow short shorts. And whenever he plays that specific character, it's him in yellow short shorts and just like a small mustache.
Yeah, that's the greatest thing. Yeah, I'm wearing boots.
Yeah.
Just weird boots. But no, it's just a fun game to get up and play, you know, and just talk trash because you know you're playing it. There's been just yesterday there was this one moment where Scotty and his cousin Christian were playing, and it came down right to the wire. Everyone had like a sliver of life, and Scotty freaking kicked over him, and then Christian just came out of nowhere, like it was slow motion, and then all of a sudden kicked him, and that was it. They got double knockout. So
it happened a couple times with me and Christian where like we were both down to that very last piece of health, and he goes to use his special, and I kicked at the same time, and my kick just connected before his special went off, and I won.
You know, sitting there, and you're like,
intense.
yeah, it's just crazy. But it's fun. Only played a little bit of the story. Didn't really get too far in it. The story's tough.
Does Tekken like have like a story, or is it just like fight?
There is a story mode. It took only about like 3 hours to get through it.
You already beat it?
Yeah, I already beat the main story mode. The hardest part about that story mode are the battles. It's not long. It's just some of the battles are just ridiculously hard.
Mm-hmm.
Where
is there not like different like modes, like normal or hard?
I played it on normal, and then there's hard, and then
expert.
there's expert. Even on normal is like if you don't set up a correct chain of attacks, you're not gonna take them out.
Yeah.
Or unless you spam a single attack on them, you're not gonna take them out. And then sometimes enemies somehow magically teleport.
Yep.
Just because they're demons.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So they teleport out of your combos, and it's just like, I just set that up. Now I'm screwed.
That's
yeah.
shitty.
That's the thing.
And then you beat them down, and they come back with a little bit more health. And you beat them down again. They come back with a little more health. I was just like, oh.
Yeah, there's a first one where you're fighting Haiichi and you're Hiachi. It's whatever. But then you're fighting him, and then who else who was the little I forget his name? Jin? No, it was Kayu's man, what's his name?
Kazuya?
Yeah, you fight him as a little kid. And you know, you're hitting him with these punches, but he's not taking any damage. Mm-hmm. And then all of a sudden, you know, it leads into your story. If you play Tekken 2 Tekken 2, you get to see what happened and why this whole story started.
Yeah, it's a cool little story. I wish they went a little deeper into it, like with other characters, because once you beat the main story mode, they give you character battles, like in the story mode section. So like they give you like a tidbit of information, and you do one battle, and you beat that character's story mode. It's a little upsetting, but
yeah.
Okay.
Then another way to get items to customize is you got to do treasure battles. So, but other than that,